Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is 𝚒𝚑𝚑 and it is currently 6 a.m. US time and 1 p.m. in Finland. Guess which place I am in? The answer is Finland. But guess which time I am still set in? US time. I've literally been traveling for 2 days, so excuse me if I blabber any nonsense during this video. Like the title says, I'm going to be listing you some budget-friendly and last-minute Halloween costume ideas specifically for brunettes and redheads like myself. Now, despite the title and what I am saying, you don't have to be a redhead or a brunette to be able to pull off these costumes. You can always buy a wig, or you can do the horrible thing that I did, which is dye your hair just for the costume. And also, the reason why this is specifically for redheads and brunettes is because last year I dressed up as 𝚒𝚑𝚅 from Final Fantasy VII, and 𝚒𝚑𝚅 has black hair. I dyed my hair black in an attempt to look like 𝚒𝚑𝚅 for the outfit, and it was a nightmare to say the least. Since that day, I have decided that I will not dye my hair or buy a wig for a Halloween costume, so instead I came up with some Halloween costume ideas that would include this hair color, so I don't need to touch my hair. Last but not least, I am categorizing by most expensive or most difficult to acquire or make to the most budget-friendly and last-minute options. Let's start with the most expensive and or most difficult ones, with the budget being $50 and up. Our first option is Satine from Moulin Rouge. Her costume, as you probably already know, is very expensive, but very beautiful. When I was looking online, the costume is at least $100 and up, so definitely an investment, definitely a beautiful investment if you were to invest in it, but definitely something that does require more money. If you didn't want Satine's performance outfit though, but you still wanted to somehow represent that character, then you could go for her red dress instead. It's easier to buy, it's easier to find, it's easier to find in your closet already. You just need black gloves, long black dress, make your hair all nice and pretty, unlike mine, and you're good to go. Next we have Sailor Jupiter from Sailor Moon. This one is obviously on the expensive side because it's very hard not to replicate without going all in. You would need full commitment for a Sailor Jupiter outfit, so you would have to be prepared to drop at least $50 on it. Cheaper alternatives do exist, but they're more like swimwear and they're not necessarily the actual cosplay outfit. So if you wanted the actual outfit, that will cost you more money. However, once you do get it, you just put it on, put your hair up, and you're done. Next, we have Black Widow from Avengers. She's a baddie, she's super cool, her outfits are amazing. However, because they are amazing, they're also super complicated and expensive. This outfit would require money and props in order to give off the accurate representation. You could DIY something like this, but if you want to buy the costume, it costs anywhere from $25 to $100. Now, while this outfit is something that you could definitely DIY, it is kind of difficult because who has fake knives lying around their apartment? I don't want answers for that. I'm just hypothetically asking the question because most of us would not. So unless this kind of attire is something that you already have, you most likely can't reproduce it at home, so you would have to buy it. Fear not. Not all of the costumes are expensive. They start from as little as $25 and go up to $150, but $150 is where it's more realistic for the outfit representation. So if you want to be Black Widow and you want to actually have an accurate representation for the costume, then you have to prepare to spend a little bit more money. Continuing on the theme of movies and video games, we have Jessie from Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is actually a Halloween costume I was going to wear this year if I wouldn't have suddenly decided last minute to go to Finland instead of staying in New York City. Jessie is a video game character we all love, but her outfit, like the Black Widow's, is very extra. Whether you DIY this costume or purchase it, I highly doubt you're paying anything less than $80 for it. My 𝚒𝚑𝚅 costume last year cost me $60, and $30 of that $60 was literally just the black hair dye. So technically, if you're in that sort of point where you don't have that much time and you just need an easy outfit like 𝚒𝚑𝚅's, get the black hair dye and suffer like myself. Going down the rabbit hole, we have Ino Ori from Bleach. The cost of this outfit really depends on which outfit from Ino you are looking to recreate. So if you're looking to recreate the school costume, that is something that you can easily DIY at home or purchase for cheaper online. If you want the Arrancar arc outfit, which seems to be the most popular one, that one you would most likely have to buy, and that is pretty expensive. For the budget-friendly version though, if you want to just go for her school outfit, all you need is a white short sleeve button-up, a pleated black or gray skirt, white knee-high socks, and loafers, and then the red bow if you have it, but I feel like that's kind of an extra thing. And then you just put your hair up and you're done. Next up, we have Danielle from Ever After. If you are a 90s kid and you watch this movie, then this is probably also your favorite version of Cinderella. This is my favorite version of Cinderella because it just cannot be recreated, and Danielle's character is... This is honestly my personal dream outfit. I wish that I could be buried in a dress like this. An outfit like this is only cheap if you have something like it already lying around, so you can repurpose something from your closet. But if you don't, then this outfit is easily pretty expensive because there are only some Etsy sellers who are selling similar or the same replica. The original dress is obviously not for sale. I don't know where the original dress is. I don't know if they destroyed it. I don't know what they did with it. And because it's from independent Etsy sellers, the prices are anywhere starting from $100. But the dress that I saw that was the most similar was $5,000. So if you can sew though, there are sewing patterns for this for only $20 or so online. That is totally doable. But once again, it is time consuming. So unless you have like 3 days or more, I don't know how long this stuff takes to sew it all together, then maybe skip this one. Next, let's move on to the semi-budget friendly and or more easily achievable options. The budget here is $25 and up. Let's start off with Bloom from Winx Club. If I were to style Bloom, which I almost considered for Halloween as well, I would definitely use my sequin sparkly blue dress, which I already own. You can buy the wings for pretty cheap or thrift them, and if you already have clothes that are sequins and blue, you just use those to recreate the outfit. With Bloom's outfit, you can be accurate or not so accurate. I feel like it's a very recognizable outfit once you add the fairy wings. The actual costume is also cheap, so this is great for people who need a last-minute costume and you do not want to think about how to style it or where to get the stuff from. Literally, you can buy a full set for $20 online. As for a much more world-famous brunette, we have Hermione Granger from Harry Potter. Costume prices for Hermione's outfits range anywhere from $20 to $80, depending on how accurately you want to represent her. Her school outfits, though, are pretty easy to DIY from the things you already might have lying around in your house, or you could even thrift some of these items. All you need is the red striped tie, a white button-up, a black or gray cardigan, and a black or gray pleated skirt. And if you add in the wand, you're done. I mean, technically though, now that we're talking about it, you could also be Ginny. So Ginny or Hermione, easily recreatable. Grab a wand or a stick or whatever it is that you can find to use as a prop wand, and you're done. For our third option, we have Wendys Logo. The reason why this is not in the super doable outfits category is because of Wendy's dress. The dress is supposedly white and blue striped. We don't really know exactly what kind of dress it is, apart from having some sort of a weird turtleneck. Because of this, you kind of have to get creative with your outfit, and people may or may not recognize your costume. For me though, the ultimate cheat code would be to literally buy some Wendy's food and have a Wendy's bag, like the food bag, with you. Otherwise, all you have to do for this outfit is braid your hair, add some blue ribbons, and you're pretty much done. If you even don't want to work on the dress, literally just pick a white or blue dress. I'm not trying to advertise Wendy's. Literally just came to my head as, hey, that's a redhead. Once again, going down the geek rabbit hole, we have Aerith from Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's pretty easy to find the pink long dress for this because it's a pretty basic pink long dress. So if you already have something like this lying in your closet, you're almost done. Finding the red short-sleeved leather jacket, though, is the tough part, and that's the only thing that I'm kind of like iffy about. Like, I don't know if that would be easy to recreate or find. So instead, I thought maybe a red short-sleeve button-up could be a compromise to that. So if you had a button-up lying around that is red and short-sleeved, then you can just use that instead of her leather jacket. The costumes for this can cost anywhere from $20 to $100 depending on how invested and how accurate you want the representation to be. So if you don't really care and you just want to be vaguely looking like you're in a costume, then I would say DIY it, thrift it, or buy it for cheaper. But if you want a more accurate representation, then you can buy the actual costume online. For number 5, we have Mrs. Incredible from The Incredibles. Mrs. Incredible's costume is pretty easy to find and order, and it only costs around $30. It's simple, it's easy, and it's recognizable, so it's really hard for someone to not know what you're dressed as if you're dressed as Mrs. Incredible. It also shows off your figure if that's a bonus that you like. Our last contestant for the semi-budget friendly options is Asuka Langley from Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's the obvious redhead choice from an iconic anime that literally almost everyone knows of, thanks to a couple memes. Surprisingly enough, for Asuka's costume, you do have two choices. You have the school uniform, or then you have Evangelion uniform. The school uniform cosplay only costs around $30, so if you want that, literally just order it and you're done. But if you wanted to wear the suit, that is pretty expensive, so that is why it's not a fully budget-friendly outfit, and let's be real, most people would want to wear the suit. That is the most iconic, easily recognizable thing from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Now let's move on to our budget-friendly / free options and or easy to recreate. Up first, continuing in the anime element, we have Ponyo's mom from Ponyo, which is a Studio Ghibli movie if you don't already know, and if you have not watched it, I highly recommend watching it. Literally all you need for this outfit is a blue dress, a necklace, or some sort of headpiece to put on your head, red lipstick, a little bit of jewelry, and you're done. And of course, if you wanted an extra prop so that people actually recognize who you are, then you could get a little mini toy boat or maybe like a mini Ponyo figurine. Super easy to recreate. For our second option, we have Anne of Green Gables. I'd say you can take inspiration from any of the adaptations. I personally love Anne with an E, but you could choose any of them. This one's great for the people who might already have some cottagecore attire in their closets because a lot of it really is just cottagecore outfits. You just need a long dress, an apron, a little hat, braid your hair, and some tights and some boots, and you're done. I feel like for this one, you could really just like DIY it, and it doesn't have to be super accurate because once again, we have multiple adaptations, and secondly, there are so many outfits that Anne wears. Even though she does usually have a iconic outfit that she wears, I feel like this is something that is easily more forgivable for not being an accurate representation. And for this one as well, it doesn't have to cost you anything. You can find most, if not all of these things already in your house. And if you braid your hair, you've already kind of done half of the work. For our third option, dipping back into the weeb category, we have Hachi from Nana. There are so many outfits to choose from Nana, but I feel like the most iconic one for Hachi is the white dress with the black tights and the black turtleneck. I actually wore this outfit last Halloween, and it's very easy and very quick to recreate. Literally all you need is a white dress, black turtleneck, black tights, done. Add some pearls. If you have Vivienne Westwood jewelry, add that. If not, you can get fake Vivienne Westwood jewelry, or literally, I would just grab pearls if I were you. This is a very easy last-minute Halloween costume, and it's a great conversation starter if you want to talk about Nana. Next up, we have Kim Possible. I've never watched this show. I haven't watched a single episode, so if I say something wrong, it's because I have literally no knowledge of this, but all I know is that she's a redhead character with a very easy costume to recreate. You just need green cargo pants, a black turtleneck, a belt, and some boots, and you're done. Oh, and also some gloves. But I think it's pretty easy for recreation purposes, and most likely most of us will have this stuff in our closets already. So if you don't, it's cheap to find, it's cheap to thrift. And yeah, literally takes you like 5 seconds to put all of this together and you're done, you're Kim Possible. What I love about this one as well is that you can recreate this with a group. You could actually do this with other outfits as well, like Neon Genesis Evangelion or with Winx Club. But yeah, if you wanted to have your partner or your friend be Shigo or Ron, you could both be characters from the same series. For option number 5, we have Pikkomu, also known as Little Mai from the Moomins. This one's for the Nordic people. All it requires is a red dress, Doc Martens, and your hair up in a bun. The pink bow tie is a plus in my opinion. It's not required, but it's a nice bonus. A simple red dress is easy to thrift as well, so if you don't already own something like that, like I would not, then you can go ahead and try to find one. I'm pretty sure you can find that for pretty cheap since it's just a basic red dress. Put your hair up in a bun, have an attitude, and you're done. Next we have Wilma Flintstone from the Flintstones. For the simplest version of this outfit, all you need is a white dress and pearls, and you're done. 5 minutes or less. Promise. You really don't need to think much about this, but of course if you want a slightly more accurate representation, you can get a one shoulder dress or you can buy a cosplay version online, but I personally would just get a white dress, pearls, and my hair up in a bun. This takes approximately 2 minutes to put together, it's super easy to DIY, and it costs you nothing extra. For our 7th outfit choice, we have Katie from Mean Girls. From this movie, you have multiple outfits to choose from, though I feel like the party dress outfit and the poster outfit are the most iconic ones. This is also great if you have a group, you could all dress as different characters from the plastics. So just get some Y2K inspired outfits and you're done. I feel like for this outfit, you could sort of just wing it. You don't necessarily have to dress exactly like the characters, but you could just try to dress similarly and from that time period. So for this one, I'd say you have a lot more freedom to just choose from whatever you own already. Throw in a mean attitude and a punchline. On Wednesdays we wear pink and you're done. For our second last option, once again diving into the weeb world, we have Paprika from the movie Paprika. Paprika wears a lot of different outfits throughout the movies, but I feel like her red shirt and blue jeans combo is the most iconic one that we keep seeing throughout the movies. It's the most recognizable and easiest to recreate, so literally just grab a red t-shirt and blue jeans and you're done. This one's really great if you're in a pinch and you don't want to dress up as Waldo from Where's Waldo like literally every single other person out there. Similar, but not quite the same, and super easy to recreate. Takes you like 2 minutes or less. For our last minute, super easy, budget-friendly option, we have Dylan from Charlie's Angels. Once again, this is great for a group if you all just want to dress up as the different Charlie's Angels. All you need to do is make sure that you have black leather pants and you look like a baddie. And that's it for the Halloween costumes for this year. I hope that you are inspired. I hope that you are able to maybe use some of these to recreate outfits for Halloween so you don't have to use your money, hopefully. Let me know what your Halloween costumes are and I'll see you next time. Now excuse me as I go beat my nephews in Mario Kart because they know that I am the Mario Kart champion in this family and they want to challenge me and I will make them weep. I shall now go tell them that I accept their challenge.
Good job.